These homes look great, don't they? And they'll keep looking good for decades without painting or other high-cost maintenance. That's the beauty of using CertainTeed siding. CertainTeed offers the broadest range of color and design options to create the look of true wood craftsmanship. But you get a lot more than good looks. You get performance second to none. CertainTeed siding, it's the most trusted name in the industry.
Closed captioning brought to you in part by eNet, your pay-as-you-go work comp specialist.
Day 185 here on Building for Better Living. We're out here on the back deck of John and Toby's custom home. It's going to be a nice feature point to this home. Obviously the view is great. Unfortunately today, just like almost every other day here in Missouri, the weather is no good. Raining horribly here. As you can see, we got downpour, we got puddles going again. The good thing is part of the deck is under roof, so we can still keep working. We're laying the deck boards down right now. As you can see, we have our beams already up. The beams are attached to piers that were dug, concrete poured in those. We have our header attached to those posts, and then we have our floor joist, and then we'll run our deck board this way. Had to hold up the guys a little bit. One of the biggest things for code purposes, even though we're under roof for part of this deck, you have to have a flashing that comes down here, goes on top of the rim joist, and then down. That way, if any weather were to get back here, it would actually go behind here and flow out around the metal. It's very important to where no weather gets to the wall. And Mid-City Lumber has a product, a vinyl product that is actually designed just for this. So we've called them, they're going to bring that out. We'll move these deck boards to the side, put that in place, then put our deck boards back. Whether you're in county or city, it's a code requirement. As you can see over here, we have a walkway that's going to go to John and Toby's master bedroom, so they'll be able to access this deck through this walkway.
A couple cool things is we're going to have 2 recessed lights out here on the covered part to help light this area. So it's going to be lit out here really nice. It's going to be a comfortable spot to have your barbecues. I think it's going to be an enjoyable space. Really great view back here. I think the house sits nice. It almost is like parallel with the tree line. So when you look out the back, it's all trees and a little creek. So it's very nice.
This thing's huge, beautiful. It's going to look awesome. Final episode, we're going to have a barbecue right out here. And Jason and I will be the cooks. Day 195 out here at the custom home for John and Toby here on Building for Better Living. We're just about 8 miles north of Columbia, 4 miles south of Harrisburg, right here in the Boone County area. A few things coming down the pipe. We got some inspections to take care of today. We're going to go ahead and continue working on the siding. Once the inspections are done, we'll work on insulation. But the biggest name of the game right now is siding. It's the quickest thing to make a real huge visual impact for a home. We're trying to get the back started, running all our starter strip, our corner trim pieces. We'll take a look at how siding all comes together. This is an outside corner piece, and as you can see, it has a groove to where when you put the siding in, it actually fits behind there. The biggest misconception on vinyl siding is that when you nail the pieces in, you want to really drive that nail home. You don't want to do that with siding. As it gets hot and cold, vinyl expands and contracts. You want to give it a little play. You want it to nail snug, but you don't want to nail it too tight, otherwise you'll have waving in your overall pieces. This is an inside corner piece, and as you can tell, that just fits nicely right in there, and it gives it a nice overall effect. The piece will run from here to here. This is your metal starter strip, and what happens here is the piece just hooks onto the bottom of that and snaps right into place. The biggest thing with the starter strip is you want to make sure it hangs past the wood. You have wood right here, so you want to make sure that that starter strip goes past the wood, runs nice and flush, but allows water to go ahead and run off the siding onto the concrete out of the way. Let's take a look at what Greg and Monroe are doing to get the siding put together. Greg and Monroe right now are trying to put some siding up, but they'll put a J-channel around the door to trim it out. They have a nice 45 mitered edge right here, that way it has a nice trim out. And then once they run this siding all the way to the top, they're going to have what is called a dual undersill. 2 pieces there. Once they get to the top, they're going to trim that top piece down just like we've already done. We took that lip off. And you use your snap lock tool. Crimp you a couple spots. And then what you do is you push that into the dual undersill and it locks into place. And then it won't pull out. And that's how it all gets trimmed out appropriately all the way through. It'll slide out, but it won't pull out. And that's the basics behind siding. We're going to do that through all throughout the house. And then up against the windows, it'll actually fit into a J-channel groove that's already cut into the window. It's a nice seamless product that finishes out the house really nicely, and it goes pretty quick as well.
Brought to you in part by Carpet One Floor in Home Columbia. Best brands, best service. The one store for your perfect floor. Forum Christian Church, intentionally connecting people to Jesus. Steve's Pest Control. Now you have a friend in the pest control business. And Withrow Electric. No job too small.